the evening will be lightweights, 4 rounds. Your judges at ringside, Mr. L. Martinez, Mr. Bagshaw, and Mr. Chavez. Your referee in charge of this fight, Mr. Nefi Quintana.
Are we doing this fight?
Doing every fight. Every fight, because they might use it for fill-in if there's knockout system.
Introducing first, in the blue corner. He's wearing the red trunks with the black trim. He hails from the beautiful city of Albuquerque, New Mexico. His professional record will be started tonight. He weighed in at 138 pounds of Raul Garcia. And in the red corner, also making his pro debut, he's wearing the colors of the Mexican flag, red, white, and green. He weighed in at 138 pounds. He also hails from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Nazareth Rojas. 4 rounds.
Well, the definition of rising stars in front of you now under the pavilion here on the state fairgrounds of the beautiful state of New Mexico. Raul Garcia in the red trunks and Nazareth Rojas in the white. Raul with 1 bout to his credit, and he lost it at 138 pounds, and in the pro debut for Nazareth Rojas in white. Daniel, this is what Lenny Frescas had in mind. Give them a chance and let them experience this very difficult game.
For sure, Henry. This fight here has the makings of an all-out slugfest. Nazareth Rojas, in the amateurs, Henry, had a reputation as a body-punching machine. His opponent, Raul Garcia, also a very strong fighter who improved as he went along. He was fighting for Casanova's Boxing in Albuquerque. Nazareth fought for Henry's. This kind of a crosstown rivalry in the professional ranks right now. Pro debut for Nazareth Rojas in the red, white, and green.
Where will they end up? Well, we usually find out relatively soon. How well they succeed depends a lot maybe on the first bout of their career, whether they really like to be out there in the limelight and take the punches and give punches. It's the most difficult task of their young life, no question.
And Henry, I talked to Raul Garcia's trainer before the fight, and he told me that he did real well in his opening fight. Even though he lost it, it was on the road, he did pretty good, and he expects to do good tonight here against Nazareth.
Raul Garcia in red, Nazareth Rojas in white. Raul has 1 fight to his credit. Crowd enjoying it early on here at the pavilion on the New Mexico State Fairgrounds.
And Henry, when you look at the experience factor as amateurs, Nazareth Rojas just recently, I believe it was last November, he fought for the New Mexico All-Stars against Julio Cesar Chavez team from Mexico.
Oh, he takes a big right hand. Raul Garcia and the experience factor working here early on.
Oh.
And he retaliates. Nazareth Rojas comes back with a big right hand.
Good counter punching by Nazareth Rojas. He caught Garcia coming in, and he paid the price.
Now Rojas very nervous early on. Now he's trying to feel himself out there in the limelight. And Raul Garcia showing his power.
Just like I told you earlier, Henry, this has the makings of a slugfest and right on target. Blood from the nose now of Raul Garcia.
Now the crowd thoroughly enjoying this. They know quite well neither one of them has a great deal of experience, but it doesn't matter to this crowd, understanding the philosophy of rising stars.
Oh, so often, Henry, these fights make for the best fights of the night. They steal the show so often. Pro debuting hometown boys.
Raul Garcia having his way, big shots. And Nazareth Rojas comes back with a counter. Now blood again from Raul Garcia.
Raul Garcia is such a strong fighter.
Well, their first taste of action tonight. A good start. We'll be back with more. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Come out.
That's good. Amen.
I told you it's being slugfest.
You're the boss, Lenny. Whatever Lenny said.
Yeah.
I can't hear myself. They've both been aggressive at various stages in this early going. It's interesting to see the new man on the block, Nazareth Rojas, adjust to this new environment.
And Henry, he is going to have to adjust to the style of Raul Garcia. Kind of a similar style. Raul Garcia walking straight forward, a powerful fighter. Oh, there's a nice right hand.
Now here comes the experienced one, Raul Garcia.
Oh!
And the more he hits, the better he gets. Oh, two big right powerful hands. And now Rojas is in big trouble.
The crowd is really getting into this fight, Henry. This is a good opening bout here on tonight's card. It's a hard act to follow, though. Lots of action here.
Very vocal crowd tonight at the pavilion, the Coke Pavilion at the New Mexico State Fairgrounds. A good defensive work here by Rojas. Trying to find some room to counter, but more he does, the more punches he takes.
And right now, the counter-punching style of Rojas is not working. Raul Garcia is just too strong at this time.
Raul Garcia in red. Raul Garcia in red and Nazareth Rojas in the white trunks. Ooh, big left hand. Here comes Garcia.
Garcia is landing some monstrous left hands, Henry. Wicked
Still
shots.
in question is how much he has in his oxygen debt. How much fuel does he have? How kind of conditioning do they come with tonight? Because they throw a lot of punches early. But at this stage in their career, sometimes they run out of gas. We have seen that so often. There's a left hand by Rojas. Good right hand combination.
Good answer.
Another combination.
And Garcia comes right back, Henry.
Rojas will serve himself better if he moves a little bit more.
Yeah, he does need to move his head a little bit. Oh!
He takes a big right hand.
Oh!
And Raul Garcia is really throwing the blows here.
Oh, Nazareth Rojas is taking a beating right now.
And Nazareth Rojas is running out of punching power. He has been hit very, very hard, but he's still trying to hang in there. In the corners where you don't want to be. But look out, Raul Garcia seems to be throwing some softer punches here because he is running out of gas. Wow. You like that? You'll see more when we come back. How do you put that on? What is this? I can't hear myself.
You can't hear yourself at all?
Very, very faint.
I hear myself faintly, but...
Hey, can you guys lift up my ears? on the New Mexico State Fairgrounds at the Coke Pavilion. Rising Stars Boxing here on CBS 13. Well, we saw some stages there of the heavy puncher Raul Garcia almost punching himself out. He may have been saved by the bell.
Either guy was in trouble at one time or another, both rounds. But Raul Garcia has just been administering the more punishment, and it's got to wear his opponent down. And like you said, Henry, if he doesn't get arm weary, he's in good shape.
That was a big right hand. He is awfully powerful. And here comes Rojas trying to counter and give something back here. Now Rojas now looks to be a little more confident at this very, very difficult environment, professional boxing.
And Henry, Rojas has to keep moving. He's doing a little bit of movement now, but every time he stops, Raul Garcia jumps all over him and scores heavy.
Rojas has some nifty defensive moves, and he's going to need them if Raul Garcia is here to throw big, heavy blows. But how much stamina does Garcia have?
I think we'll find out, Henry, because actually Nazareth Rojas is a pretty decent puncher himself.
Now the shots he was hitting, he's now missing with. Never say never in this difficult sport.
All it takes is one punch, Henry.
Now Rojas in his pro debut in the white trunks.
And I've seen Nazareth Rojas fight quite a few times here in the amateurs, and he's never been pushed like this in any fight I ever saw.
Well, he's becoming more confident, and he's dodging the punches now of Raul Garcia.
Well, you know, Garcia.
Now he throws one, and he's got some offensive confidence as well. And there's a big right hand.
Raul Garcia's burned up a lot of energy, and Rojas now, you know, he's moving a little bit. Look at him up on his feet, moving side to side. He should have done that from the beginning.
Well, each fighter probably has a game plan, and that might have been the plan of Rojas.
But he just couldn't execute it because Garcia just got on him so quickly, Henry. And this is Rojas' pro debut.
Well, Raul Garcia is missing the big power punches now. Now he connects to the combination. Now Nazareth Rojas find defensive moves, and now he's going to find some offensive tactics.
And Rojas is known as a body puncher, but he just hasn't been able to score to the body much so far, Henry.
Now Nazareth Rojas is game, but he has very little power in his punches. He may have to go to the gym and work out and get some more definition and strength, because he has very little pop in either hand. Well, we will see the finishing touches of this event here with first-timer Nazareth Rojas and one man with a little bit of experience, Raul Garcia. Stay there.
Your round card sponsor for that particular round is Max Steak in the Roof. Only $5.99 for a wonderful roof.
Well, the final round, let's see what happens. Rojas has learned a lot. His baptism of 3 rounds. Now he has 1 round to do some work against Raul Garcia. Garcia has scored more points on my card.
Definitely, Henry. The heavy leather coming from Raul Garcia. And right now Rojas is in the position that Garcia was in Garcia's last fight when he pro debuted. He took a loss.
Nazareth Rojas has got to do something offensively. Right now he's got no offensive game.
Oh, definitely, Henry. They got to let the dog off the chain. They got to send him out to attack. He's built too much of a deficit. He's got to get out there and go wild.
Now there's a big right hand by Raul Garcia, and that was a statement here in the final round. I don't think Nazareth Rojas is having very much fun in his pro debut.
It's not like the amateur days, Henry. But these guys were amateurs together, Henry. They fought on the same amateur circuit here in Albuquerque in New Mexico. And Rojas was kind of like the one that was looked at as the prospect. But right now, it's all Raul Garcia.
Now Rojas is in a stall game. He's doing no punching whatsoever, but he's taken many.
Good straight right by Raul Garcia. Showing some good, powerful, power-style boxing here from Raul Garcia in the red trunks.
Now Garcia's going to get the aggressive points, that's for sure. Rojas is very unaggressive.
Henry, Nazareth Rojas just looks confused to me. He just doesn't look like he did it all in the amateurs. He was always the man in control, and this is a whole new experience for him.
Well, it's a new experience, and I don't think he likes it very much.
No, he doesn't. But maybe sometimes that'll get you into the gym and work that much harder.
And that's what this concept is all about. Try it and see if you like it. If you do, you succeed. If you don't last very long. Now Raul Garcia way out in front, and Rojas wants no part of Raul Garcia.
Yeah, Raul Garcia doesn't seem to be very afraid of the punching power of Rojas either, Henry. He's walking right in the front door.
Now there's a little counter action, but very, very light. Nazareth Rojas has a lot of gym work ahead of him, and he's got to go to the weight room and get stronger. And the next time we see him, he's going to have to throw some stronger, more powerful punches if he expects to exist in this tough game of boxing.
Well, Nazareth Rojas has a good trainer behind him, Henry. The one and only Henry Anaya. He'll have Nazareth ready for his next bout.
And you have to understand that. It's not a knock on him. This is not basketball. This is boxing.
Right.
Raul Garcia way out in front and trying to put the finishing touches here. A little tap, and now
that's it.
Rojas is in big trouble, and that's it.
Baptism by fire, Henry, like you said earlier.
Well, on my card, there's no doubt about it. Raul Garcia. We'll look at your card, and we'll look at the most important card, that of the judges, when we come back. He didn't want to be here. You know, when you're excited about your craft, you come out.
Yeah, you go out on your shield. I know. I don't know, Henry. A little bit disappointed, but I'm glad for Raul. He's a good guy too.
Yeah, they're both good guys.
Here in the win. Yeah. If he would have fought the way he can, it would have really been something. Test. Nazareth is a better fighter than that, Henry, I promise. What if they give him a decision? What if they give Rojas a decision?
I'll have to edit this tape.
Oh, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go now to the ring announcer. Oh, forget it.
Jared.
Can you put my Las Vegas lady in this fight too?
The turquoise lady?
That's okay, son.
All right.
saw a lady in blue in the audience.
Let me get right in front.
I thought you reformed.
How about a big round of applause for Mr. Raul Garcia and Nazareth Rojas?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go now to ring announcer Mike Adams.
We have a unanimous decision. Judge Bagshaw scored the bout 40-37. Judge Chavez 40-37. And Judge Martinez 40-37. For your winner, Raul Garcia!
Well, it's very simple. This is boxing, and you have to lift your arms. You have to throw punches at your opponent if you expect to succeed. And it's very simple. Nazareth Rojas threw very few, if any.
And Henry, the professional game's very different. It's all about punishment. Raul Garcia was the punisher in this bout.
We'll be entertaining you for about 5 minutes.
We will continue with more.